Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back to another episode reaction to Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War. This is Haarute, my name is Matt, hello, what's up? So, last time what happened in episode 2, God, it was great, because they reintroduced a bunch of characters from, to me it's the old show, but really this is just a continuation. So it's characters from the previous arc. The previous major arc, sorry. Fullbringer is the thing that happened in between, but they reintroduced a bunch of Arankars from Wekamundo who I didn't think we would ever see them again. But Nell showed up, Pesha Watisha showed up, we're in the middle of a Dondochaka retrieval arc. We saw Tier Haarute again. I'm excited to see my girl again. I hope she gets to do something before she fucking dies or whatever. Maybe we'll rescue her, maybe she will become a key ally, we'll see. Yeah, she's being imprisoned by the Quincy King. I actually don't remember his name. I'm pretty sure it was said before. I don't remember it. Again, I'm sorry. There was like an entire month between my recording of the first episode and the second one. So, and I don't really look up any information regarding this arc because, you know, spoilers and all. So I'm literally just winging that shit. Ichigo, Orihime, Chad, Urahara, Nell, and Pesha Watisha have all gone into Wekamundo in order to try and find Dondochaka. At the very end, we got to see how this commander dude, I don't know his name, sorry, I'm very bad with names, by the way, and when we're talking about real life actors, I'm also very bad with faces, but yeah, I remember this guy, the guy with the glasses, circular glasses, and he had radiated boss energy. So Tier Haarute was like lieutenants. They showed up, the Tres Bestias, and then they started fighting a bunch of people, and they actually did succeed in beating up all the Quincy minions or whatever, but not the commander dude. We didn't see the fight, but by the time Ichigo arrived, they were all fucking dead or dying on the floor. So now it looks like Ichigo and maybe Nell are gonna fight this man, so we'll see how this works out. Something I said previous episode, which I'm wondering, is whether or not Urahara is gonna do anything, because I feel like Urahara never does anything. Like, he only shows up like at the very final boss which is Aizen, right? He only showed up for Aizen. Before that, he didn't do jack shit. And I'm just sitting here like, come on, man, you're a captain. You're a captain level character. You're a boss tier character. You should do something sometimes. So the fact that he's here in Wekamundo is actually something that I'm like, oh, is he gonna help? So we'll see how this works out. But anyway, Patreon, check out the Patreon, link in the description below, pop up on screen. You can support the channel, that would help out a lot. You can get the next 2 episodes in early access already, as well as full-length reactions. You can watch the entire episode alongside me if you're into that. But alright, let us begin. Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War, episode 3. Let's go. Oh, special threat. Okay. Okay. I mean, y'all started punching before talking. Ooh, oh shit. They also have swords? Well, Ichigo found that. Wasn't there a weird transition between Sangetsu to the Quincy King? Was it crazy? I mean, I don't know what the connection would be, or they just look very similar. But that's a sword, yeah. He just stopped it, by the way. He doesn't give a shit. I guess he can do that. Oh, y'all be careful. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, fuck you. You can't just drop that and not elaborate. Oh, okay. Ooh. Well, I like how intimidating this looks like and feels like. My man grew wings! Did he also get new eyes? He has to fucking ring again. And oh, are they going to Soul Society? Oh yeah, because they're like, well, Ichigo's in Wakamundo, and for some reason they're afraid of Ichigo, which makes sense because Ichigo's kind of the main character, kind of like fucked with Aizen before. So if they know that, then they're like, well, Ichigo's not. Oh, I like that Orihime's healing those two. But yeah, Ichigo's distracted. They're going to Soul Society. Oh fuck, that's fast, bro. Things are moving.
そして断言しましょう。別物です。あなたの知るクイーンシー・レッド・スティールというものは、その脆さゆえに概念自体が200年ほども昔に死滅した過去の遺物です。
This is a remix of... Oh fuck, it's a remix of the song from the original show. I can recognize that. Anyway, he has a new ability.
要するに下の力とは別物なんだな。安心したぜ。石田がそんな気持ち悪い格好に変身したら間違えて切っちまいそうだからな。先が緩んでるぜ。
Isuga! Tensha! I love it when he does that. I love it when I hear those magic words.
ちゃんと狙って切ったらどうです？不気味だと言いましたね。私のこの姿を正しい反応です。あなた方死神のごとき悪逆の輩の瞳には聖なる執行者たる我々の姿は不気味でおぞましきものと映ってしかるべし。
Oh, is it absorbing Reiatsu from everywhere? Ooh. Okay, they can summon that. Ion. Yeah! I'm glad that they're still around. I'm glad that they can still fight. Okay, they fused their left arms. That's what it was, I remember. Okay, let's go! Okay, back on Earth. Yeah, what's up with that? Yeah. Can you say anything beyond that, please? Anyway, Soul Society is about to get fucked up. Oh my god, all these like low-rank Shinigamis that don't have a chance. No, you exorcise the Hollows. You perform Konsho. The Queensies kill them, which fucks with the balance. Who's that? I don't know who that is. I thought it was like Aizen for a second. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? He has Aizen vibes. I wonder if this was explained in the manga just as a reminder, or if this is new for this anime, just to be like, okay, let's make it coherent for people who weren't there. Oh, is that what he meant? Break into my office? I have books about that, maybe? Okay. 200 years ago. But this is the 1,000-year blood war. We were told at the very beginning that this Quincy master has been here for 1,000 years.
12番隊大使を動員し、コンパク均衡強制のため、ルコン街の民衆2万8000を無許可にて抹消した件かと。
なぜ許可を取らなかった？近接の事態なれば許可も下りたはず。
外の民の命で2つの世界の崩壊を食い止めたと考えれば大きな損失ではない。
He did that? Okay.
旅客として石田売りをなるクインシーが精霊帝に侵入した時点ですでに今回の事態を予見し進言していた。1000年前のあの時、あの男をしきれなかったせいではないのか。
I like this. They have history. They know. I want this thing to just fucking destroy this man. Do not even be close. Don't be cocky, girl. Well,
その前に死んでもらいます。
Whoa. Oh, that's how it works.
生きてもらいますと言うべきか。
And then they get stronger because of it, I'm guessing.
霊視の絶対霊
He sounds different. Ooh.
聖なる翼が横島なるもので汚れてしまいますから。
That's cool. And fucked up. Oh god. Are they all just gonna disappear? Ichigo, you gotta stop this. Is Ichigo immune to this? It doesn't seem like he's being affected.
こうしてもがく姿を目にするたび、私は認識を新たにします。見るに耐えぬ。死になさい。
Yep, Tensa-san gets. Let's go. Ugh. Yep.
頭の円盤壊せばもう霊視の絶対霊族ってのもできねえだろ。急ぐのだ。
Oh my god.
いやいや、何言ってんすか。
Okay, they saved on the tracker. That's what they did. Can he not run by himself? Oh, can he feel that Soul Society is in danger somehow? Shit's about to get real serious.
入るな。二度目だぞ。
You breadcrumbed me here. Fuck you. What did he read about? He got real upset last time.
全部知ってるんだな。バンデンライヒのことも、陛下と呼ばれるやつのことも、母さんのことも。
お前には関係のないことだ。
He mentioned his mom. I think it concerns him. Oh, this is about to get real bad here.
そんなに気を張らなくていいよ。
Why does that guy look so much like Aizen? Is that just Aizen and the guys? Like he escaped or some shit? Is he just a fake person projected by Kyoka Suigetsu? They're all gonna fucking die, by the way. The boss himself is here. Oh boy. How much do I have left on the episode? Not long. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. What do you do? That's scary as shit. Let's learn all of these guys' names because they're about to die. Oh. He's dead. He just gone immediately. Holy shit. Goodbye, Wabisuke. You're all dead. Y'all are dead. What the fuck? They can just do that shit?
皆殺しって命令なんだ。
Whoa. Holy shit. They are real powerful.
シュテルンビッター
Stem Ridders.
がお前たちを粛清する。
Holy fuck. Okay, that's one character dead. A real character from the previous show, Kira Izuru, he's gone. I mean, he could live. He could survive that, right? But he shouldn't. It would be real fun if swords started disappearing from the outro. But I don't think these swords are from lieutenants. I think these are all captain swords. I think I like the ending more than I like the OP. The song, I mean. I just realized I think this is a destroyed Soul Society. Oh, that makes... Oh, I think they're about to destroy Soul Society. And every Shinigami in it. With the exception of very key characters and captains. I think it's about to get real bad here. Oh, that's Hitsuka, yeah. Kill the Shadow, episode 4. I'm excited. So Kubo learned to do the thing. He learned the trick where suddenly you see a panel and a character's like half their body's just gone and they're dead. Okay, he's just doing that now. I'm down for it. I like that. Honestly, I'm watching it. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm getting Chainsaw Man vibes from this. It feels like I just reached episode 8 and shit's about to get real. So now that I'm actually paying attention to the ending and I'm looking at it and I'm giving it the context of the episode, I'm starting to think that they're about to just fucking destroy Soul Society. They're gonna like fuck everyone up. They're gonna kill anyone who's not a named core main character like Rukia or Renji, and captains, right? Like captains are gonna be not all of them. Like captains are most likely gonna survive just because we need captain characters to be around, but not all of them. We have a lot of them and they're gonna fucking die. Like, honestly, like, okay, who do we have as captains of each squad? Actually, I don't remember. Let me see from memory I can remember. Okay, so first squad is the old man, Yamamoto Genryusai. Second squad is Soifon. Third squad is it Kensei? It might be Kensei. Fourth squad is Unohana. Fifth squad is Shinji, I think. Sixth squad, oh, I think that's Kensei. Who the fuck is squad 3? Oh, it's fuck, I forgot his name. The guy with the sword, Kinshara. The guy with the long hair. His sword is like a whip. It's like a string, actually. He plays it like an instrument. Kinshara guy. I don't remember his name, actually, but it's one of the visors. Squad 7. Fuck, who was 7? Next, squad 8. I don't remember. 9. Is this Byakuya? Or was that 11? I don't remember. 10. Fuck, I don't remember any of these squads. Fuck, I'm sorry. I also don't remember if it's 12 or 13. 12 is Kurotsuchi. 11 is Kenpachi Saraki. Oh, duh, I'm forgetting Kyoraku and Ukitake. I don't remember which one is which though. I think Kumamura is still alive, right? I don't know if I've seen it, but I think he's still alive. So I think he's 8, maybe. Gotei 13? Yeah, it's Gotei 13. So there's 13. I'm missing one. Well, fuck. Who am I missing? I think Okitake is 13. Okay, I'm just looking at a manga panel where the original... Oh, Toshiro. I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, Toshiro. I specifically wanted to talk about Toshiro because he's the one that says the haiku at the end. I think it's a haiku. I forgot about Toshiro Hitsugaya. Anyway, so I was thinking about all these captains and I was listing them because I'm gonna just straight up go over every single one of these and be like, okay, how likely are them to die? Anyway, I just have a notepad here with me now. Okay, how likely are them to die? Okay, so I'm just gonna put an X next to any of them that I can see dying now. I'm imagining that this assault is just gonna fucking kill all Shinigamis that are not like big time. They're just gonna fuck everyone up. Like, what I'm wondering is, what are the Quincy's trying to do here? Because like what I'm thinking is, does reality fall apart if you kill people in Soul Society? I mean, maybe if you kill a Shinigami, maybe they go to the human world. Maybe that's what they're doing, actually. Maybe they are killing a bunch of holos, and then they kill a bunch of Shinigamis in order to reestablish the balance by forcefully doing so. Because we just see here in this episode that Kurotsuchi actually is the one that killed all those people in that like town or whatever near the Rukon district. Yeah, mobilized into 12th squad to expunge 28,000 citizens of the Rukon district without permission in order to correct the balance of souls. He did it. He's the one that fucking made all those people disappear. Like, we were wondering, who was it? It was him. Did he erase their souls? He said the word expunge specifically. Did he erase the souls out of those 28,000 people in the Rukon district in order to maintain a balance? I guess, because if they die normally, I mean, maybe they can perform control on other citizens of Soul Society, maybe. If they die, maybe they'll go back to being normal humans or whatever. But maybe they just completely deleted their souls from existence, which is fucked up. They double died. They double death. It's like Homestuck here. Which is fucked up if he did that. But at the same time, he's like, I did it in order to maintain the balance, because otherwise reality itself would fall apart. Maybe that's what they're doing. Actually, maybe that's what the Quincy's plan to do. We're gonna kill a bunch of holos, and we're also gonna kill all of the Shinigamis. And that should even things out. That should ensure that reality doesn't fall apart. So maybe that's it. Like, maybe they're here. I mean, it feels like they have a personal vendetta against Shinigamis, which makes sense. So maybe they're gonna go and just kill all the Shinigamis. But maybe it's a two-step plan. Maybe it's part of the plan, right? We're gonna kill a bunch of Shinigamis, and we can also kill a bunch of holos now. And everything's cool now. It will be a peaceful war without any of that, like, magic bullshit, right? It'll just be us, and we'll just take care of whatever shows up. And then we'll go to Soul Society and kill people when they finally die, so they double died in order to keep things even. Like, maybe? I mean, I don't know how the balance works. I literally don't know how it works. Like, they didn't explain it enough in order for me to specifically know the mechanics of it. Because they did have a scene where this Aizen-looking man just describes all of this. The Soul Society will flow into the world of the living, and he just does this motion, which just kind of sounds like we're essentially gonna deal with a situation like Mortal Kombat Annihilation 1997.
And it is glorious!
Anyway, how likely are them to die? I'm just gonna put an X next to anyone who I believe is likely to die. In this assault, not generally. They might die later, but I mean in this very assault. Normal? Okay. I'm torn on Toshiro, and this is why I wanted to talk about Toshiro. Because Toshiro reads the haiku. I think it's a haiku, I could be wrong. But he reads the end credits thing that it's a teaser for the next episode. And because he's reading it, makes me think that it's gonna be maybe a Toshiro episode. And if it is a Toshiro episode, the likelihood of him dying is high. So I'm just gonna put... but normally I would say that he's not. Normally I would say that he's gonna stay alive because I think he's a fan favorite character. Of all the captains, he gets like a lot of screen time, so I'm gonna put a small X. Kenpachi, no. Kuratsu, yes. Ukitake, okay. I'm gonna say that if Ukitake dies, then Kyoraku doesn't. But if Kyoraku dies, then Ukitake doesn't. I think Saraki is gonna live, Byaku is gonna live, Shinji and Unohana are gonna live, and Soifon is gonna live. My reasoning is because Saraki is like established character that like people have known for a while. He's not gonna go like a chump. And you know, maybe this assault is gonna be so massive that, you know, a boss level tier character has to sacrifice themselves, and that's gonna be like a hefty loss that we have to deal with, but they saved Soul Society in the process, you know? So maybe that could happen. But I think Saraki is too much of a real character that matters to us in order to just kill him off. I mean, now, could happen later. The same goes for Byakuya. Byakuya is too established in order for him to just go away here. Shinji is the same way. Shinji is too important. Unohana, the only reason why I'm saying no is because we have never seen her do literally anything. The only time she kind of did something is at the end of the Soul Society arc, where they the squad 4 or 3, fuck, I don't remember. I think it's 4. I think 4 is the healing one. They just show up and start healing people. And she shows up in her like manta ray, and they heal people. Yeah, her sword is like a manta ray. Like, I suppose maybe she's not suited for combat, but I'm guessing that she is. I'm guessing that she can fight. And if she can fight, then we have never seen her do anything. So I'm thinking that the only reason why she's not gonna die is because we're gonna see her do something at some point. And then after she does something, maybe she can die. Okay. Soifon, she could die, but not now. I think, again, she matters too much. She's too cool. She's a cool lesbian. I like Soifon. I don't want her to go. Maybe not now. Like, maybe later, but not now. So that's what I'm sticking with. Yamamoto, I feel like it would be fucking... I think Yamamoto's prime for dying, actually. And the reason why I say that is because I think that Yamamoto is a character that... Like, even in the Aizen arc, Yamamoto felt like... This guy is a powerhouse, but we kind of have to ride around him actually like fighting. Or when he does fight, it has to be like some bullshit has to happen in order for the fight to stop. I almost feel like he has to die for plot convenience. And also it would mean a lot because he would be like, oh fuck, the captain died, you know, like he's the boss. And it would be insane if the boss died. But it would also make sense from like a writing perspective because he really isn't much of a character. I mean, he is like anytime we see him, it's like, oh fuck, that's the boss, that's the old man right there. But we never see him like struggle. We never see his personality very much. Like we never see him like be a real person in the camera that we care about. He's more like a force, and I think that's a prime character to kill because that's a character that the death would signify, oh fuck, this shit's real, but it would also not be a heavy loss that we would feel, sort of like Kira Izuru. My man Kira did not last at all. He like died immediately. And like the thing is that I was making jokes about that a little bit, right? Because he was there with like 3 other guys from his squad, and they were like showing you like, oh, this is this guy's name, this is this guy's name, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, They're gonna die in 30 seconds, bro. Like, the only reason why they're being given names and designs is for you to be like, oh fuck, they're killing characters with names on designs. This shit's real. But the first one to die was actually Kita. It was actually the character that's an established character from the previous show. It's kind of funny to me because, like, okay, Kita Izuru is a character who, like, I feel like it's also primed for the killing because it's a character that's established, but it's not a character we care much about. But he did get, like, episodes. Like, there was a fight that he had against some dude during the Battle of Karakura Town. I don't remember who he fought, but he fought someone. And I think he was also there alongside the guy who drinks sake and has the glasses, the shades. Yeah, and they were taking care of Hinamori, who wasn't Hinamori, who was Aizen actually. I remember, he was there, and I think he was also fighting, and I think his sword is actually really cool. I think his sword is like a JoJo stand, almost. It's cooler than Echo's Act 3. Echo's Act 3 is just like, make things heavy, and then it's like, oh, this thing makes things heavy, but only if it hits you, and every time it hits you, it's duplicated, actually, which is more specific. I like that. Wabisuke is a banging fucking sword. I'm sad we're not gonna see it again. I think he could be alive. I don't think he is. I will be upset if he lives through this. But I'm gonna say that that injury that he got was a killing injury. I'm just gonna say I think he's dead. And if he's not dead, I'll be upset at it. Like, okay, let me look. That's like a killing injury, bro. Like, well, his entire arm is gone. And then, like, along maybe like half of a heart, like your kid, like, bro, like half his body is gone. That man's dead. I'm sorry. Like, if he's alive after this, I'm gonna call fucking bullshit. Oh, sorry, I should probably hide this thing. Anyway, Kira's fucking dead, I think. And then they kill the others. So sure. Oh god, maybe, like, we're probably gonna see some lieutenants getting fucking murked here. They're gonna fucking die. I don't know who though. I'm excited. I'm scared of what might happen next episode. Let's talk about what happens on the other side of the plot, actually. Back to Wekamundo and Ichigo, our main cast. What's going on? So Ichigo is fighting this man whose name I forgot. They mentioned it in this episode. It was something like Obi or something like that. The thing about these characters is that I don't actually know what is like a title and what is a name. Kyuge OP is currently engaged in battle. That's his name, Kyuge OP. And like I was saying, I'm not sure how much is a title and how much is a name. Kyuge might mean a title. I don't know German, but let's say that Kyuge OP is his name. Okay, sure. Ichigo is fighting OP here. And this fight is interesting because we get to see essentially what they're going to be able to do, the Quincy's, moving forward. And this man has the ability to just suck things around him and add it to his, essentially to his being. He's just starting eating the energy off of people. He's absorbing the rayats from people and just adding it to his own entity. Like, he ate this this monster thing. I forgot the name, but this chimera thing. Hey, before last episode, I was like, I don't know why, but I think this is like a fusion of the tres bestias. And it kind of was, they fused their arms. So I guess they all lost an arm. But yeah, anyway, it absorbed that, and then it gained like all this like monstrous properties, and it's really cool looking. And I like that he's like, I didn't want to do this because I don't like the way because I didn't want to have this filth in my holy being. And it's like, oh, I like that. I like that personality coming through from how he sees himself and the Quincy mission. That's cool. I like that. But yeah, I like that he went from like this like noble like angel man, and now he looks like a fucking disgusting monster, like showing his true colors, you know? It's kind of cool. But I like that this fight is, it was really not much of a fight now. Like, Ichigo was kind of like doing shit, and then suddenly we get an interruption from the Tres Bestias. And then they actually make the enemy more powerful. And now Ichigo has to go Bankai and they start fighting. And now it's a real fight. And we don't really get to see much of how it goes. But I guess I mean, the thing is that this fight, I want to see the fight, but I kind of want to see more what the fuck happens in Soul Society. But also, this probably was part of the plan. Either was part of the plan or was really opportunistic for the Quincy King, because he just he heard, oh, Ichigo Kurosaki is in Wekamundo. Okay, we're going to Soul Society now. That guy is a guy that's gonna fuck us over. He's a priority target, and we need to be careful of him. And if he's in here, it means that he won't be able to go to Soul Society. So let's go fucking now. Isn't that literally what Aizen did as well? I don't remember clearly, but I think Aizen's plan was to lure Ichigo into Wekamundo by kidnapping Orihime, so then he can go to Karakura town and fight everyone in there. And Ichigo only made back there like at the final moment or whatever, like after all the espadas were like defeated by all the Shinigamis or whatever. So yeah, this is just a thing. Everyone's just afraid of Ichigo. They sense the main character energy emanating off of him. But yeah, I like a lot of the ideas that they're using for this character OP and what he can do. And I'm guessing what Quinces are going to be able to do moving forward. He also has a sword, by the way, and we're just gonna get Quinces with swords now, and you know what? That's fine, because it is a sword, but it's also a bow, you know? Like, the sword becomes the bow, and then he shoots like that, and it's like, it's just a magical gun, really. It's just an oversized magical gun that looks cool with a handle. But yeah, it's a cool sword. I wasn't sure what kind of sword it is. Is it a saber? Could be. It's kind of like a saber or a cutlass. No, it's more like a saber. For a second, I thought it was more like a fencing sword, but no, I think it's a saber. It's cool. I like that it should be a saber, right? It should be a different design. I don't think the espadas had different types of sword. I think they just had katanas, and not like it mattered anyway, because when they transform, they just become something that doesn't use swords. Fucking Coyote Stark had guns. But yeah, I think it's cool that the Quinces have swords that are not Japanese katana swords. They are something more Western, something that fits more the German theme. So he talk a lot about his bold, stern, that whatever, right? He talks about like how he's different from Uryu Ishida. He says something very interesting though, and I'm not gonna harp too much on the specifics of him going like, well, this power is different from that other power that you know, because I haven't watched the show in a decade, and I don't remember the powers that they mentioned, and I'm like, okay, sure, this is just really different, okay? I don't remember the specifics, I don't need to know. I just need to know that you do something different, okay? But something curious that he mentioned is that Ichigo says, like, you're stronger than Uryu, I'll give you that. And he's like, I'm stronger than Uryu Ishida. Well, that can be right. And Ichigo's like, what? And he's like, don't worry, I can't say. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm just going to drop that little bit on you to make you think, and I'm not going to elaborate on it. You know what that means? Our boy Uryu is gonna get a power-up to keep up with all the shenanigans we're gonna get here. Shonen power escalation. But beyond that, I'm thinking it probably means something like Uryu is like a special kind of Quincy, like a prince or something like that. I don't know. But like, it's something that makes him think like, oh, this kid is by default stronger than me, or should be stronger than me. And I'm sitting, and like, he has a lot of pride in himself as well, like this OP dude. So the fact that he's like, Uryu is stronger than me, what are you talking about? It makes you think like, okay, there is something to Uryu that we don't know about yet. And there's stuff that he doesn't know himself. Like, he is going and asking his father, Ryuken, who, now that I'm older and I see the name Ryuken, I'm like, doesn't that literally mean like Dragon Fist? I think so. I mean, it depends on the way it is spelled, but just by pronunciation alone, Ryu is dragon and Ken is fist or like punch. So he means like Dragon Fist. I'm pretty sure. So that's very fun to me. But yeah, like, he goes and asks questions to him, and like, Ryuken is a bastard, because like, even before, I think he talked to Ishin at one point. He talked to Ishin Kurosaki. They were talking to each other as if they knew each other, and I'm sitting here thinking like, what happened? Like, how do you know each other? What is the lore here? And they, to my knowledge, never explained that yet. Because like, if I remember correctly, like, one of the craziest shit that Daikuba did back in the original anime is that he just dropped like the fact that Ishin is a Shinigami on you. He saved like Kon or whatever out of like a giant, like a Rancor that was like a boss level Rancor, and he showed up and he just fucking one-shot it. He wasn't wearing a captain like garb, but I think you could tell that what he was wearing on like his arm was like a wrapped captain garb. So that says a lot about Ishin Kurosaki, and they just never explain that shit until like way. Did he ever explain it? we just know he's like a boss level Shinigami. I don't know if we actually know the specifics. I don't remember if they ever explained that. But I'm pretty sure that you see Ryuken and Ishin in that scene. Like, Ryuken shows up and they just talk to each other. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then they just leave. And you're sitting there thinking like, what? And then they just don't come back to that. So they have a history. I don't know what the history is. The thing is that Ryuken has always been a figure that you see and you're sitting there thinking like, this guy knows shit. I don't know what his deal is. I don't trust him, but he knows. Whatever the fuck is going on, he knows. And so Uryu is like, fucking tell me. Like, this is the most relevant you're gonna be ever, because like, we're in the Quincy arc and a war is brewing. What the fuck is going on? Like, Uryu is sitting here thinking like, I'm the last Quincy, and then suddenly it's like, actually there is enough Quincy's to make an army, and he's like, what? So yeah, he should be asking questions, and he is. And Ryuken is a fucking bastard, and he's like, hey, your answer is not here. Fuck. Like, he's breadcrumbing him. He's like, you're not gonna find it in this location. And it's like, okay, where am I gonna find it? It's like, well, in his room. And he goes and he does. And it's like, oh, fucking, this piece of shit is like just trying to get him to put the pieces together, but he's not gonna tell him to do so. I guess in some way he's kind of proving him, just like, you gotta prove to me that you care, or that you're willing to go far in order to get the answers that you want, in order to prove how determined you are, because you're gonna need it in the future or whatever. So he's acting like a bastard, but that's just kind of what dads do. Uryu discovered something. He found his master's journal. I remember his backstory is that he trained with his master, and then his master was killed by, he thought were Shinigamis. And I don't remember if they actually were Shinigamis, or if it was revealed that they were Holos or whatever. But that's why he hated Shinigamis and hated Ichigo immediately at the beginning. I do remember that. But I don't remember if those were the people that killed him. I don't remember that. But anyway, yeah, like, I remember his master, and he holds a lot of like love and devotion for his master. Like, I'm pretty sure the only times we ever saw Uryu happy was whenever he was a kid with his master. You know, like, his dad wasn't there for him, so he got another parental figure. But yeah, like, he holds his master in high regards. He feels a lot towards him, and he found his like journal that he didn't find before. He was like, oh shit, what is this? And he read something that made him like upset. Yes, he's reading this book and he starts like holding it like very tightly, like he's about to rip off the pages almost. And it's like, okay, he read something unsettling. And then whenever he comes into Ryuken, he's like, fucking, you knew this and you didn't tell me? You know everything about the Wonder Reich. The guy referred to His Majesty and Mom. The fact that he goes, you know about Mom, and then he goes, this has nothing to do with you. And it's like, that's his mom. He specifically mentioned his mom. And this fucking bastard is like, this doesn't concern you. And it's like, and like, I know that they're gonna like do something to make Ryuken cool and like a good parent at some point. But like, listen, man, tell your kid about whatever the fuck bullshit happened in the past. Like, we need to know. Speaking of Yamamoto Genryusai, as well as Kurotsuchi, they know the queen, that man, and Yamamoto, apparently they fought 1,000 years ago and they couldn't kill him back then. Yamamoto let him live, and now here's the consequences. I like that Kurotsuchi mentions, I told you about this, I warned you about this. Ever since that bastard Uryu Ishida showed up in Soul Society, I told you the Quinces are gonna come in and they're gonna kill us all, and you didn't listen to me. And I'm sitting here thinking like, what does that have to do with anything? Is he just that angry that Uryu kicked his ass because he did, that he was like, I hate all Quinces now? And he's like, I'm gonna kill them all. And he's just going over to Yamamoto and is like, we gotta take care of all these goddamn Quinces. As long as there's one of them alive, we need to fucking wipe them all out, you know? But what I'm thinking about is that maybe it's different. Maybe it's something like the moment Uryu got inside of like Soul Society or something, he did something that allowed other Quincies to get into Soul Society as well. So the moment that a Quincy got inside Soul Society, everyone was like, oh fuck, other Quincies can appear now. Because there was some kind of like seal or something, and Uryu being there broke it or something like that. I don't know. That's just a dumb assumption I'm making, but it could happen. This made me think something though, because again, it's been a long time since I watched the original show. But if I remember correctly, the fight between Uryu and Kurotsuchi here, I think his name was Kuretsuchi. It's Mayuri. The fight between Uryu and Mayuri, I remember it ends with Uryu going Super Saiyan, which is he uses what he says is like the final move that you do, and then if you do that, you stop being a Quincy. And I don't remember exactly, but I think what he did is that he did gain like a wing, one wing. It was like a square, like a trapezoid or something. It wasn't a wing, it was just like a shape. And I think that was Reiatsu that was being accumulated by his surroundings. I could be wrong, but I think that was the case. And if that's the case, then that's very similar to what Opie did in this episode. And what I'm thinking about now is Opie saying, like, I'm stronger than Uryu and Shira? That can't be right. Because I'm thinking that maybe Uryu absorbed energy from like Soul Society itself, which is very rich or something. Or maybe he absorbed from the captains or whatever. And Uryu has like latent power that he doesn't even know that he has or something like that. I don't know. That's just a random wild theory I'm throwing at the wall. Because based on half knowledge that I maybe remember. Oh man, it's been a long time since I watched the original show. I'm sorry. I'm just saying shit when I record this video. It's like, I care a lot about Bleach, but I don't care enough to go back and rewatch 300 episodes. I'm sorry. And like, I probably would do it if I had the time, which I don't. So that's the problem here. That's the only reason why I'm not rewatching a lot of these earlier episodes of the show. But you know what? This is doing enough for me. 1,000 Year Blood War is enough for me. Let's talk about this dude that looks like Aizen. Squad 13 6th seat Hidetomo Kayomaru. Like, this dude looks like Aizen. And like, it might just be a design that Kubo liked. And he was like, I just want to draw a character like this. But like, the way he looks and like his cadence and the way he acts is very Aizen-like. And I'm thinking like that has to be intended on some level. And I'm thinking like, he could be like a projection of Kyokasugetsu. You know, like, I don't know if Aizen still has access to Kyokasugetsu, but if a sword is part of your soul, then I suppose he would. And if he can use Kyokasugetsu for anything, is to just show anyone anything. So maybe he has like an illusion of a person walking around Soul Society. Because if I remember correctly, Aizen was like locked in like some vault or whatever, in some prison in Soul Society, inside of like this magical item or whatever that Urahara made for him. So he's in prison and he's not able to move or do shit. But maybe he could use Kyokasugetsu to have a guy walking around, and this guy just kind of looked like him before, which would make sense for him to make a guy like this, because you know, he fooled everyone like that before. You know, having this guy with this hair and the dumb nerd glasses and this warm, calm smile. And he just walks in and he's like, well, you see, this is the way things work. You know, he's just explaining and being helpful, you know, and people like him, you know. People do like him because he walks into this two Shinigami from episode 1 and they go like, oh my god, it's a 7-seat Koyomaru, and it's like they recognize him, you know, he's a guy that people recognize. And you know, that worked for Aizen before, so maybe he's just doing it again, right? Maybe he's just creating an image of someone that's not real. And the reveal is gonna be like, we're gonna see him like getting shot through or whatever. Or no, we're not gonna, because he can't fool the Quincy's. So maybe he's just gonna survive through this entire Quincy ordeal, and the reason he's going to survive is because they're not gonna attack him because they don't see him. I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. If that comes to pass, I'm like, I fucking knew it. He's not real. If they don't attack him, I'm like, he wasn't real. Hell yeah. I'm just suspicious of this man just because he looks a lot like Aizen. And he could just be a design that Kubo liked, and he was like, I'm just gonna make a character that looks like this. It's been a while. But I think that if you're gonna make a design like that, you have to be aware what you're doing, and there has to be a reason for it. So they rescued Don Rochaka, Peshurutishin Urahara. And like, again, last episode, like before I started recording this, I was like, is Urahara gonna do anything? And like, he's just carrying Don Rochaka, and he's just being like a gag character, like, oh man, you're the one that said that we should go and rescue him instead of helping Ichigo. And then it's like, yeah, Don Rochaka was hiding on the ground, and it's like, oh fucking, it's a gag. I want Urahara to come in and actually be helpful for once. And maybe he will next episode. But I think he sensed that Soul Society is in danger, maybe. So maybe he can like come in and tell Ichigo like, yo, we gotta go. Shit's getting real. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I like that Orihime was healing the two bully girls that bullied her when she was in prison with Ulquiorra. It's not something that they paid much attention to, but I hope that they do, because Orihime is like taking care of them. She's healing them, and I'm sitting here like, oh man, it would be cool if Haruhime just like look at them and was like, oh, it's you guys, oh, I'm gonna help you out, something like that. Just something that she recognized them. But I think she did. Like, I think they just didn't show me that, because I'm thinking that this is probably moving fast pace in order to fit into like 12 episodes. And I know there's more episodes coming, but when it comes to adaptation, even if you have all the material, maybe you have to rush it a little bit. So maybe they just skip like one panel of recognition or not. Or maybe they're just gonna save it. Like maybe in the future, and I'm guessing in the future we're gonna get a scene where they get rescued by Orihime and they go like, oh, it's you. And I don't know, maybe there's some enmity there, but it would be nice if it's like, I save you, and then they get along, and we do have a reconciliation, and they become friends or whatever, Like, this is the arc where we make friends with the Arancars before they horribly die. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. This is the final episode I'm recording before I publish these videos out on YouTube. So yeah, I haven't read any comments for anything regarding Bleach. I'm still like going entirely blind solo here. But yeah, by next episode, I could have been talking to y'all on YouTube, maybe through comments or not. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna go now. It's getting late. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. And alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you'd like to watch the next 2 episode reactions to Bleach, you can already do so over at the Patreon. Check out the description below, social media, all sorts of cool stuff that I do. See you guys next time. Take care everybody. Bye bye.